Hey, GM friends, just give Coder Dan a moment. Also, if someone can start the Gotchi bot for recording, please.
Hey, Jim, everyone.
GM.
How's it going, Nufu?
Good. Just prepping for the holiday season and taking it easy. How about you?
Yeah. Man, looking forward to the holidays.
Yeah, it's the first one
Been
with
a
the
long
baby,
year,
right?
man. Yeah.
Do you have anything?
We got a little Christmas tree set up. I think I mentioned last week we got a little Christmas tree set up. Yeah, I think I mentioned it.
Nice.
The nice little Christmas. And then it's follow that we got Chinese New Year. It's like the whole shebang. It's like 2.5 months of activity. So that's always fun. Yeah, Chonya, the pop-up tree. More accurately, the drop-down tree. Apparently it costs like $400 in the US, my wife was saying. I'm like, damn.
Man,
Temu, we get it for like 50.
it's a reusable tree, right?
Yeah, I think so. Golden Cross team, sir.
Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, I like that drop down tree. That's how they should market it. It's pretty good, Dan.
Yeah. Just
Forget
drop it
the
in.
pop.
Yeah. There's no popping. It's only dropping.
Perfect. Oh, thanks for the drop there. Speaking of dropping links, no foo, I will retweet that. We're live. I did something fun this weekend. Or the weekend's just beginning, but in the Christmas spirit here, I saw a Facebook ad for a local Christmas caroling. I've never done that. So we wandered over yesterday and it was pretty fun. It was just like, this is their first annual. They'd never done it before either. So everybody was like very amateur and didn't know what they were doing. And we just met in the park and they're like, well, I guess we sing jingle bells now. And start walking. And they just walked around town and knocking on restaurants' doors. And some would let us in and some wouldn't. So it was a good little
That's cool.
amateur Christmas caroling experience.
Got to put those good vocals to use, huh?
They're a little out of practice. I don't. I definitely wasn't taking it too serious. But there's a lady behind me. She was so bad or so good. I was like, can't tell if she's trying to do the harmony part or she's just not. Can't quite tell.
That's like my mom, totally just kind of tone deaf.
Yeah. I was like, she might know more than me. I'm not sure. I can't tell. But she ain't singing what I'm singing. So pretty fun.
D-Bot,
Yeah.
good morning, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Now let me just check in here. I think we're going to start the Gotchiverse right now. So everyone's welcome. Just be aware. There is some Alchemica dispersing this hour. Another winter snow party.
Yeah, do it. Get my Gotchi some exercise. Been sitting in the wallet. I got to get out, move around a bit.
Right?
They're like genies. You just got to let them out once in a while and trot them around.
I like that. They are kind of like miniature genies. All right, I'm entering now. I'm gonna see how smooth this goes. We pushed some updates this week, messing around with some stuff. Also streamlining like some of the code, just always trying to get better so we can host more people in a server for combat. I think some of you saw in the Gotchiverse 3D channel this week, we talked a bit. Supreme and others mentioning they just want to shoot stuff. And I agree. We do need to shoot stuff. So we got the snowballs out. And then I think when we come back, there we go. Somebody just did the dance. When we come back next year, the focus will be taking all the pieces we've developed, which all kind of work, and remixing them into something that's a little bit more gamified and competitive, and something that could not just be like a Saturday hangout thing, but something that we could scale to maybe the base app or something like that. So anyway, long story short, we want to get combat in there. And Goobs was sharing some cool stuff with me yesterday, maybe worth brainstorming, but I'd never heard of speedball. Dan, have you heard of this term,
No.
speedball?
Mm-mm.
I'm like really out. Like I think it's pretty common, but it's for what looks like paintball, speedball, kind of just a more formal version of it. So yeah, as is like kind of true. Like here, I'll show you one of the images he shared with me. It looks like a spacious parcel. So let me just drop this in. Here you see a picture of a actual speedball tournament, and it's a big rectangle. And I swear that one red blow up balloon looks just like a golden altar. So Dan, this kind of goes back to some designs we talked about earlier, where how do we bring the like the parcels and their altars and different builds, farming equipment, how do we bring those more utility or
being able to hide
use
behind them.
objects, things to hide behind when we're attacking each other. So at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, Goobs, this kind of looks like a spacious parcel. I see it. And we could do that with just snowballs. So this week it's snowball fights. Click the mouse button and you will chuck a snowball. And we've got HP up. And so you don't want to die. And you want to get your Alchemica and get back to the save point. Get back to the vortex. And yeah, so that's kind of some of the stuff we've been messing around with this week. Zbot says kind of paintball. Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like it's maybe my aim sucks, but for me it's hard to hit anyone with the snowball still.
Outfit. Like we could probably look like that. There's the laser gun, and we just don't have like a football helmet. Oh, I don't hear you guys at all. Are you talking?
Yeah. I was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't hear anyone there for a minute, but you're back. I'm back.
I was just saying, it's when people are moving around, it's still pretty hard to hit anyone. Maybe the movement speed, we should nerf it a little bit more. I think we nerfed it a little bit.
Yep. I had the same thought. It's so fast. Like, and it also prevents conversation, like all the things you want to do in a metaverse, and that also gets undermined by the speed.
Yeah.
Kind of made sense back in the day when the original D1 map was so big.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think, you're probably right. If we slowed things down, it could probably be a more enjoyable experience, and you'd actually be able to like aim at people sometimes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Especially with the shift, zoom, like the sprinting and stuff. Pretty quick.
Do you guys have HP potions or anything enabled? Because that would be really useful in here.
It's not. It would have to be a way to access, I think, in the UI or shortcut key, but that's a good point too. I think as we come back, like the next big sprint, maybe that's something we could do is use all those different potions and things. So the trick right now is it's kind of like all these pieces are built, but we need to reassemble them in a way that like would bring in new players. So yeah, HP and stuff that would add some depth definitely for it. Oh, I love
the obstacle course, man. That's still my favorite part, even though I suck at it. It feels more stable this week.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing we can churn out week by week. In fact, one of the more like fun ideas I think we might want to look at is there was a map that Eris and I were looking at that is actually a human, like it's a map for like, CS:GO or something. It's like a real, totally different aesthetic than the Prong Meadow map we're in today. And it is like a gas station in the mountains with like a blue sky hour, like it's almost super dark, but not quite super dark. It is like all about the vibes. And so this map we could just buy it and chuck the gotchis in and like see, see what that feels like to have the gotchis in like the real world. And
Yeah.
basically and ironically it's like what do you call those kind of spooky spaces? They're not luminal.
Like a liminal space.
Yeah. It felt like it was at home. It felt like a haunted gas station. I was like, there should be gotchis walking around here. So it'd be a cool little side quest. We could pretty easily uh, take all sorts of those type of pre-assembled maps or rearrange the assets and spit out all sorts of scenarios relatively quickly. So these are some of the things we're looking at as we pick a direction for next year. But I think overall, it's finding a way to get Gotchiverse on mobile, and happy to report Eris has been making some progress on that front. He actually got it running on his iPad, and it seemed to run at a pretty good clip. So we're going to keep fine tuning that, because I think at the end of the day, it'd be nice if we could turn this into a little mini game that emits, whether it's Alchemica or partners tokens or however we want to do it. We're like on the cusp of a really unique experience we could ship to a very large audience. And I think that's the key, is like timing and having the right product for the right audience. Now we know the audience. Like in this case, in the short term, one of our goals is to hit the base app audience and Coinbase users. So at least we know who we're aiming for in some sense. And so I'm not 100% confident we can do it, but I'm very confident we can get some form of the Gotchiverse using all the same pieces reassembled as a mobile base app experience, browser based.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth exploring. So in the meantime, it's our weekend social hangout. We get to stress test all these things and fine tune. Looks like the Alchemica is going pretty quick. Just trying to run around and talk at the same time. I probably shouldn't do that. No, Fu, are you here? I'm going to pull up your live stream on X. You're live streaming on socials, right?
Yeah, I'm showing my screen now on the my gameplay. I'm parked on top of the igloo for the vortex, sniping whoever comes in to cash out.
There you go. Everyone has a role to play.
Yeah, it's the safest place I can be because this is a Nakigachi, so he's not going to do well against anybody else. Oh no, somebody just came up here. Was that not deal? Time to run. Also, it's raining Alchemica, so time to go collect some.
Now we're running around Prong Meadow in the snow. I think a pretty exciting part of the next Gachi Guardians update is something we could probably share, Dan, get the word out.
Yep.
We're a few days away from the next Guardians patch, major winter update. Slama and the team, they have pushed through and gotten this in time for Christmas. So it's going to be the winter pack. You guys may recall the Halloween pack. It's going to update all the vanities, all the different items, different badges, kind of reset the leaderboard, I think, in some extent, and a new map skin. And if I can look around here, we could probably get a preview of it. But Mount Oomph, the volcanic Mount Oomph, will be covered in snow here next week. Forecasting 6 to 10 inches. So yeah, give me 1 second here, but I'll see if I can drop in a few previews of this. I think we can get it out by next Tuesday. Internally, that's what the team's been targeting. Next Tuesday. Oh, and maybe the true stealing the show here is Fomosaurus. You guys recall. Here is Fomosaurus with the new skin.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
It just keeps going. This thing.
Some industrial strength snow,
I'm
not
wondering,
melting, not melting.
yeah, what kind of snow is that? Your little legs holding up a lot of volume there. So yeah, there's a lot of fun, creative designs coming through from the team. If I could share one more, this is kind of a not clear shot. Very work in progress, but you can see what's coming. Just drop them in here. Even the liquidators are looking a little more friendly this time of year. I think I have that exact same stocking cap somewhere. But the mother load, I'm looking for, some of the, either a video or something for the map. But we haven't got there yet. But I can promise volcanic map is in the works, a snowy volcano. And oh, here we go. I found it.
Yeah.
People that like night mode, dark mode may not be able to handle this. If you've ever been out on a snowy day, you need sunglasses.
Oh, that's so cool. That looks really nice.
Yeah, it really pops. Robson's put a lot of extra effort in getting this one looking just right because he loves Mount Oomph. I mean, what's not to love? But he added all those red glowstones. That was kind of a late feature. Kind of makes it get a little peppermint vibe going. So you guys will be on the snowy Mount Oomph slopes here very, very soon. Kind of want to spin off like a casual skiing mini game on Mount Oomph. Where's the Black Diamond route?
Right.
Looking at that image.
Start at the top, just go down.
Yeah. Nestor says, wow, it looks like the best ice ski. Yeah, seriously. It looks like they just have a high top level camera. You just skate around for an hour, call it a day. It looks very pleasant. So very excited for this release. I think in addition, there'll be some balancing. Jason is always thinking about how to make those micro adjustments for the game. So as far as I know, he hasn't mentioned anything that's going to like really upset the meta or change anything big, but it'll be the best version yet. It'll be very, very balanced. There's also some new skins for your Aavegotchi. The Halloween ones, minted to base, and same for these. If you're able to get these holiday winter designs, let me show off the Archer. The Archer hadn't got a skin upgrade yet, so if you play the Archer and Guardians, you're gonna be hopefully pleased with this. You've got a new Archer skin. Kind of like reindeer games here. Check this out. I've never quite seen a Rudolph Gotchi like that.
He's like half clown, half reindeer. He's cute.
Yeah, the Rudolph thing. He's trying his best. He's shooting his shot. That is terrifying. I think it's the orange eyes. I don't know. Like orange and red. But hey, if you want to be spooky and you're an archer, this one is coming with the release here. It's a bit of
Looks like one of the textures might be missing because if you look at the skin below, it looks a little bit different.
Oh, you're right. I'm grabbing these from the workbench. So
Yeah.
forgive me, guys. Maybe that might be the reason for all the red text and
Yeah, this is the real one, I think.
Here, Dan, help us out.
I'm just looking at the skin at the bottom right.
No, yeah, if you guys open it and look, it's definitely a little more color balanced. This one's heavy on like the all white.
I think it's just missing the brown in this one.
Yeah,
on the clothes. Yeah,
level
60 for the
way. That looks way better, by the way. Way less
Yeah.
scary. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. I'll tell him level 60 for the white. Whoever plays hardest can get that crazy looking thing. Well, let me double check. I think that's about it for the preview here. But double checking. So there's a lot being shipped with it. New badges, some new banners. I got a cute one here for the you know, cute or hardcore. Here's a cute frame for, if you guys remember Rickety River and the little frog, not the frog, the crab that got introduced. It's always ironic to put a crab in a snowy.
Snow crab.
Yeah, snow crab. Need to have some this weekend. So good. Yeah, it's a beautiful frame. What else we got? So if I go over this, it says all badges for 2025 end of year, this release basically is ready. This considers, here, let me pull them up. Oh, they actually went above and beyond. They actually got some stuff for Chinese New Year ready as well. So this is pretty gangster. Check this out. You here in this next shot, you're gonna see Halloween, Christmas, and Chinese New Year kind of side by side. Various avatars you can win for your player profile. So you guys know the Halloween one. I think the Christmas one's very epic, but I am surprised to see them working on one for Chinese.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Well, I think it's the year of the horse this year. I might give a comment on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Dragon is so last year? 2 years ago?
Yeah, last year. This is the snake, and then we got the horse next year, I think. Horse, right? Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's classy. The horse here. That's gonna be a good one. Cool. All right. So by the way, if you're wondering where's the Alchemica, or I don't know if we're out yet, I'm gonna hop in a minute and check. The rules we're doing are very similar to last week. We kept the same logic with 2 spillovers per hour until Monday. So we've got the weekend to harvest. Now, that being said, we didn't get to it this week, but we heard the feedback. I kind of am partial to the suggestion from one of you in the Gotchiverse chat about doing it like 3 times a day. So you could go in the Gotchiverse anytime, but if you want to play during Alchemica hours, we could like cover all the time zones by kind of spacing them out 3 or 4 hours across the day. And then that way on a 24-hour clock, everybody's got access to 1 or 2 without really going crazy. I think that might be a good way to do it. At least for we could try it for like the month of January or something and see how it goes. And reset the leaderboard like every week. We'd still do a weekly leaderboard, but you'd have most of the week to hang out and do that. So we might try that next week. It's December 13th. Also worth probably pointing out, like, Dan, do you have any Christmas/holiday travel coming up the next few weeks?
Yeah, probably won't be super available next week. We'll be doing some stuff here with the baby and things.
Coming up quick. I know I'll be gone next Saturday, so I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the one after that I'll be back. But 18, 19, 20, we're doing a little family trip, so probably wouldn't make the hangout this time next week. But what we'll do is I think we're going to ship. The team is working through the 18th, so through all of next week. So we're going to ship one more version of Gotchiverse between now and then, and we want it to be something that can kind of be on and be live throughout the holiday, so till the end of the new year, basically. So what we might do is like a 2-week thing with open to your guys' suggestions here, but leaning towards doing 3 or 4 hours of the day that are open every time, like 2 p.m. UTC, 8 p.m. UTC, that kind of thing. And people can come in and play the Alchemica Hour at those times if they so choose. That's the current plan. I'm very open to suggestions. And yeah, this year went really fast in some ways and a little long in others. But we're at the end of 2025, guys.
Yes, sir. 2026. You guys ever seen that chart? It's like the generational like when to make money, or like when the best, like it's like a decade long chart, like over 80 years, and it's got the different peaks and valleys. Apparently 2026, everything meets in 2026. Like it's the epic, it's like the epic year of the last like 12 years or something. It's supposed to be a good year. Let me see if I can find that chart. It's a really interesting chart.
I got
It's
you.
like you
There
got
is.
it. The peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
So if we look at the last time was 2016. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like 1926, 35, 45, 2007, 2016, and then 2026 is the next one. And then what happens? I think we go down. I think that's the peak for a while, right? We go down to 2032, where that's the years of hard times, low prices, and good time to buy. So
you overlay this chart with the good men create good times meme chart. You get the ultimate filter.
right. B is interesting because it's 2026 years of good times, high prices, and the time to sell. So if you don't want to hold through 2020 through the year, according to this chart, maybe we see some all-time highs across the board. Might be a good year to take some profits as we go back into the years of hard times, low prices. Kind of makes sense because like AI is kind of taking over everything, so might lead to a lot of instability across the world economy. So everyone stay safe out there.
Yeah.
But it should be an interesting year for sure. I mean, I feel like we're on the edge of the singularity here with all the AI stuff. Like it's getting pretty wild.
It could be a year to remember in terms of AI is going to make things so efficient. It might accidentally pop some bubbles along the way. Some really big ones. I'll have to look into this chart more. I've seen it around. I just noticed the corner signature says Samuel whatever Bennett's 1875. So if I don't know if this is true or not, but that'd be a really long-standing the first TA guy or something.
Right. Let's see. Let me drop into the GPT and see who made this chart.
Where did this come from?
It's crazy though. You can't believe anything on the internet now. It's all slop.
Yeah.
Everything I'm seeing now is slop. It's crazy. You can't get away from it now. It's just going to intensify in 2026.
You know, on X, you get like the community notes. Every morning I wake up and there'll be like a half dozen of things you've liked that are no longer true. But not my retweets. I'm more careful with those.
Right.
Yeah, chart looks like you love backgammon. Seriously, this might be the source of backgammon.
I like how he said it says sure thing, save this card and watch it closely. It's a sure thing. I don't know if I'm sure someone's done the work kind of analyzing the different years based on boom and bust cycles. It's pretty common. I see this chart a lot. Must have some truth to it.
Yeah, I wonder, like, because the boom bust cycle is like the business cycle theory of like Austrian economics. If that probably overlays with this or is conveying a very similar theory. So there's something to it. The credit expansion and credit contraction, right?
Right. I mean, 2007 definitely lines up. 99 lines up. 89, I was 1 year old, didn't really live through that, so I don't know. Back to the 90, like the 26. I feel like wasn't it like 29? So that was a good 3 years early.
Yeah.
But let's see, yeah. I don't know if maybe that lines up, or start taking your profits in 26.
my thing. I mean, I just look at whatever Jerome Powell's doing. No, I'm joking. Here's Zebot with the Fed chair meme. I gotta say, the Gotchi one really brings the heat.
Slaps. Yeah.
It's really well animated. Zebot bringing out some bangers here.
See Flame, thanks for the city landscape. I think we got that from the whip guys, right?
Yeah,
Can't
so that
fully
was
take credit for that. I think we did some edits to it for sure.
some very slight edits. Yeah, we decorated. We basically was like decorating a Christmas tree. We just brought in some of our assets and dispersed them throughout the map. But yeah, that is the Whip Meetup's official meetup spot. So if you like that vibe, they meet there on, I think it's on Wednesdays, more often than not. And yeah, it's really a cool little thing. Like they are really big on the metaverse, and they were really impressed with what we have because it's worth repeating. Like they go to all the metaverses, and after that time where they deployed their map into our Gotchiverse on like 5 days notice, and next thing they know, it's got Alchemica spawning in it and all this Gotchiverse stuff on the Jumbotron. And they're like, geez, you guys you have the ability to do some stuff that we haven't seen before. So it really is about us just finding out, is there a real product market fit for distributing crypto through a 3D space world? And I think there is. If all I want to do at this point is either vote for a DAO prop inside the metaverse, maybe bid on a GBM auction in real time, like have my little gotchi hold up the bid, and you have to be present in the verse, or do some combat. Like if we can't do one of those three or all those three, I think that'd be really sad. But I think we can. I think we're the only ones that can, I guess. Like I don't think anybody else is positioned to ship those kind of experiences. How much the market will care, and is there a player base for Web3 games? I mean, we're going to find out. We're always finding out, aren't we? But yeah, I'll share a high level shot from the day that they reached out and shared their map. Flame, you might enjoy this. So here's just a zoomed out version. And if you guys follow Paradox, he's a 3D artist. He's active on X. He's in a lot of different crypto communities. He's part of the Whip meetup, and so he's there. He's kind of like what Robson and not just Robson and Ali and all the guys at Pixelcraft do. Paradox is a bit of a one-man show. He built this map for the Whip. That's my understanding of it. So he was very helpful. He got right in the chat and did the handoff with our team. That was pretty cool. There's the Whip meetup map. It should have had one of those like Japanese 90s K-pop, not K-pop, but Japanese pop like soundtracks. I think the soundtrack could have matched it better.
Some city pop.
City pop. Yes. Could have done some of that. Now, anybody following the GBM IDA? We did a spaces with them, what, like maybe it wasn't last week, so a couple weeks ago. But I think you've hosted them, right? No Future. How much has GBM reached out to you? Are you able to help with them on the promotion side at all, or any spaces or anything like that?
Actually, I haven't talked to them recently, but in the past, well, actually, not even in the past. I haven't really worked with them outside of just what we do with Aavegotchi.
Yeah, kind of surprises me. I don't know if there's something there, but I know somebody help me out here. They should be like really close to either TGE or I don't know. They kind of switched it up. It's not actually a TGE, is it? It's like a multi-round IDA thing. So I'm actually looking for an expert here to help me catch up. But I've seen them doing like podcasts with Rachel on bass. They're definitely promoting right now. So I don't know. Maybe that'd be cool if you know their product better than almost anybody.
Yeah, it'd be dope. Are they launching their token on base?
Yeah, it's gonna be in
makes
base.
sense.
So it's like it makes sense on so many ways. And Jake's always in the chat here. He's not here today, but sometimes he is. No, just spitballing.
Yeah, I think we
Like, how
met
they not
Jake
do
at
that?
ETH Denver once. It might have been the first year that we went.
I didn't know how funny he is. I joined that space with that Rachel was hosting with him, and he was on there. So was the whole like kind of founding team was there, and even some like Eduardo, the French guy that initially helped with a lot of like the setting up in the very early days with Aavegotchi. Dan, you might remember Eduardo. I didn't even know if he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
still on the team. I haven't talked to him in a couple of years. It's all been with
Same, yeah.
Hugo, Jake. But he was on the chat. He was on the stream. I was like, holy cow, bit of a reunion. So yeah, Jake's hilarious though. He was so funny on that chat. He was like kind of way people on Web3 aren't supposed to be that funny. So it's pretty impressive. What got debunked, Dan? See the chat here.
Oh, yeah. Just checking if there's a back test done on the chart. Seems like but you would have been better off just hodling. Didn't it underperformed hodling?
Diamond hands win again.
Just if you held from 1926 all the way to 23, you'd be doing better than selling at the years. Because so it's not a very scientific chart, but it's fun. It's a fun meme.
Yeah.
2026, baby. Let's see what happens.
I always see these things as like they're useful for a limited sense of like framing or just reminding you of certain principles. Like there are
What do they say that charts are like astrology for like men?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
That's pretty accurate, I think.
Well, that's all the updates I have on our side, and I think you shared a lot, Golden Cross. I know we got plenty of stuff to cover with the Dow call.
Yeah,
Maybe we jump into Dower here.
Yeah, if I don't talk to you guys next week, everybody have a great holiday season. I know there's a lot up in the air right now, but I think on the Dow side and Pixcraft side, we're going to be fine at the end of the day. And we may come back in a different form next year in some sense, but I think 26 is, we're going to be there. We're going to be there. We're ready for 26.
Come back, recharge a little bit. It's been a long year, a lot of ups and downs. Need a break, need a recharge, and hit it hard 2026.
Yep. So looking forward to it. And I see we got FaZe on stage, so take it away, FaZe.